Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee and I am just sitting on my favorite beach in the world, relaxing and chilling. Anyway, this is my view. That was my out of my crib video, that teepee there. And that's the water. Queensland, Australia, just chilling on a white sand beach. Can't get any better than this. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit down. Just NDIS, you know. I've been a participant for, I don't know, over 2 years now, and it's meant to improve my quality of life, and it just hasn't. If anything, I've deteriorated. I've been traumatized further by the system. I got accepted for my physical disabilities of FND and fibromyalgia prior to October last year, before the legislation changes, and then 6 months later they decided to remove my physical disabilities from my NDIS and therefore refuse to support them. And words can't describe how traumatizing that's been. And like, I meet access criteria, the legislative access criteria to be granted NDIS for my physical disabilities, and they granted me it, and then they've retaliated because I did a change of circumstances that took over 11 months, and I got the local member and the ministers involved to try and escalate the process because, you know, I need support. And when I had cancer, you know, I needed the support even more because it, escalated the stress escalated my disability. So I had to get the ministers involved to escalate the process, and I feel like NDIS have retaliated and basically taken punitive measures against me for doing that. And it's just been so traumatizing, you know. Why accept my disabilities? They meet access requirements, but then revoke them just because I've had minister involvement and escalated to try and get my support needs met quicker because, you know, I'm deteriorating. I've got no informal support networks, no family, no friends. I rely on paid supports. And anyway, they've decreased my paid supports. They've slashed my funding significantly. It's just been so traumatizing. And then today, so I had a formal complaint in with the health ombudsman because NDIS won't help me and the hospital won't help me because the hospital says it's NDIS responsibility. NDIS says it's the hospital responsibility, and no one will step up and help me. The social worker promised to help me get an increase in support, like the hospital social worker. Whew, I'm getting heated. The hospital social worker promised to help me get an increase in NDIS funded support, and she never did. And they promised to get Cancer Council to help me. Cancer Council never contacted me. I contacted them. They never replied. The social worker at the hospital apparently tried. I did not see evidence of this. But anyway, Cancer Council, no engagement with them whatsoever, despite having cancer. And so I had to put in a complaint about the hospital and their lack of support, and the social worker not following up, not returning my calls, basically just left me to rot and die, did nothing. And so the health ombudsman's outcome of my complaint came back this morning, and it's basically they've thrown the blame back on me. Like, we did everything we can to support you, It's up to NDIS, not us. And again, we're running around the same circles. And of course, NDIS don't care. Some choice words I would love to use, but YouTube and social media won't let me, and they like to put restrictions on my account for advocating and speaking up about it. NDIS is meant to improve your quality of life. If anything, I've deteriorated because of the way they've treated me, the way they've rejected every professional recommendation in my professional reports and evidence. They reckon I've not done a multidisciplinary team approach to my FND. I have. I've done OT, psychology, physio, dietitian, speech. I've literally done it all. The neurologist, the psychiatrist. All my reports are worded correctly, saying that my disability is lifelong, permanent and stable and requires NDIS supports for life. And that all treatment options have been explored and exhausted, and it's now about maintaining my quality of life and supporting me to do that. And NDIS rejected we put in saying I need 12 to 15 hours of support a day. Well, no, we said 24 hours of support a day, but I'd be happy with 12 to 15, just my waking hours. But NDIS has said, no, you can only have 5 hours, 5 days a week. I've got no community access, barely, considering I'm a single mum, and I have to do school runs every day. I have to shop at least twice a week. I have medical appointments every other day of the week. I can't attend them because there's no community access. And I'm socially isolated, so what do NDIS do? Because I ask, I'd like to go out as a family, spend time with my children on weekends and be able to access the community. I can't access the community safely alone because of my FND and my seizure type episodes and my levels of dissociation. And anyway, they came back, yeah, you can have support on Saturdays for group activities. So the rate for a support worker on a Saturday is about $95 an hour. NDIS are only funding 4 hours of support every second Saturday at $35 an hour. And they're saying for me to attend groups. Now, I don't know what part of a single mum with no informal support networks, hence no babysitters to be able to attend groups. I don't know what NDIS failed to understand about that. And I don't want to spend time in groups on the weekends. I want to spend time doing normal family things with my children. And I thought the purpose of NDIS was to give you as normal of a life and quality of life as possible, that those in your peer group that are able-bodied can have. So anyone can get in a car, and that's my age, can get in a car, go out when they want. They can go, do all this social stuff. I can't. And NDIS are refusing to help me with that, I've got no quality of life. They've re-traumatized me further since slashing my funding and then removing my 2 disabilities that I've only just got access for. And then the hospital this morning basically shoving me back to the NDIS system, who's failing to help me. So NDIS is failing me, and the mainstream support services are failing me. Anyway, just wanted to come on here, have a bit of a vent, raise some awareness about the situation I'm in, and I'm not the only one in Australia with a disability suffering like this at the hands of NDIS and their negligence. And because it's negligence. Having no hands for 53 hours, being left with no support, so I can't feed myself, I can't open bottles to get a drink, I can't get my pants up and down to go to the toilet, because you need hands and you need your thumbs to do stuff like that. And no hands for 53 hours and no support. and not being able to feed yourself or self-care or any of that is negligence when NDIS leave you unsupported. And I've filed incident reports about that with the NDIS that have gone completely unacknowledged and ignored. Yeah, this is the situation we're in as disabled Australians. It's disgusting, it's traumatizing, and it's not good enough. Anyway, thanks for listening to my vent, guys. One more look at the beach. And yeah, hopefully I'll upload a more happy, positive video for you soon. I just couldn't be bothered filming, you know, my adventures today. I'm exhausted, I'm depressed, I'm really just don't want to be here anymore because of what NDIS is putting me through and because I have no quality of life. So yeah, I'll get back to vlogging soon. I'm struggling to do the psychology educational videos just because of the amount of stress I'm under. And yeah, but you know, give me a little bit of time and I'll be back at it soon for you. So I've got video ideas there, I just need to film them. And yeah, so I appreciate your support, your patience. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, leaving comments, doing all of that. And yeah, take care, stay safe, have a good day or night wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.